Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stage 3, as we will go quickly into our demo run. On the mic, my name is Lucas Harrison, joined here by Colin Pine. And they can't hear you. Yeah, our mics are just not, our things are not, okay, I think mine's working. Sorry, having some audio technical difficulties. You can see the 8 obstacles, the hang climb, stable bridge, battering ring, and then our tech slider, blue pipe, peg cloud, cliffhanger, flying bar. We're still going through this demo run, and I'm going to try to diagnose our issues. And try to attempt to fix some things.
Alright,
Think that worked.
it seems to.
Alrighty, looks like we have 2 people in this broadcast booth now.
Yeah, I'm here now. Anyway, this is the Stage 3 Kids Tier 2 male course. Being Stage 3, this course is designed to be very heavily endurance focused, where the main goal of the course is to burn out anybody who does it, really. And the goal is to keep you hanging mostly the entire time. Once you get off of a certain platform, you're not even going to touch the ground again. You're just going to stand on these blue things.
Now, I am noticing that the timer is not going down, it's going up, so how does an endurance course differ from the other two stages?
Stage 3 has a rule where there is actually no time limit at all. So it's just how far can you possibly get, no time incentive, more so to allow the burning out. But to counteract that, I know there is a rule where you can't be on platforms for too long, or it'll just fail you because too much rest would stop you from getting burnt out.
Okay.
And to get to Stage 3, you had to place top in Stage 1 and Stage 2.
Okay. Looks like we will have, if I'm not mistaken, I think 2 flights of this? Yes, 2 flights of Kids Mouse. Also, so sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties with a previous run, a lot of video reviews that they were trying to get through. That looks insane.
It's fun. Look at the buzzer shot, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's our best camera so far.
It's not just 3 persons using another camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of the rundown. You correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Hello? Okay, we're back after... No, You're unmuted. Okay, looks like as we try to... It'll just be me for right now. As we are trying to rectify our issues, our current runner is Landon Shutt, age 8 of Danville, Pennsylvania. I'm going to still try to fix our issues as he's climbing up. Currently, the hang climb will go into the stable bridge momentarily. Able to get down into safety. Now we'll have to kind of hold himself. A lot of grip strength used in this obstacle in particular. Doing a great job thus far. As he moves through, he will try to now work on the climbing. It looks like he's now on the battering ram.
Alright. I'm back. I'm alive.
Able to get through. a minute in, and he's gone through 3. Now on this tech slider.
Yeah, great run from Landon so far.
He's currently beating our tester by 5 seconds, which I don't know if that means anything.
Ooh.
Oh, looks like that will end the run. Just couldn't get past the tech slider.
So the ultimate goal of designing a stage 3 course is you want, like, at max, one person to finish.
Wait, really?
That's what a lot of course designers strive for when working on stage 3. That's why, like, they want it to be as grip taxing as possible.
Got it.
They want it to be as difficult as possible, and they really want to give athletes a chance to show what they can do.
Got it. Now it is Life Atkinson, who, as I did commentate this division yesterday, and this is the person who has their zip code as their hometown from the 13346 New York. I need to look this up as Life Atkinson starts his run.
Working his way up the rock hold. I don't know what they're called. I'm just gonna call them rock holds.
It's called the hang climb, but you're basically correct.
Yeah, they're just rock climbing holds. So he really has to spot this move to get from the one he's holding on to the bar in front of him. And he makes it. He's able to get to the platform where he has 15 seconds to rest if he wants to.
All right, I'm assuming he's from Hamilton, New York, as I looked it up. And that, I don't know, it's just what it said. So, from Hamilton, New York, Life Atkinson, making it a little tougher as he now tries to whittle himself through this stable bridge. Really tough. Luck to just hang, will fly himself up forward, able to grab on.
Opts not to rest at that platform and instead decides to keep moving.
Now, how long rest do you get at a platform?
You can stay on a platform for up to 15 seconds before you're failed.
That'll be very important information going forward. Drop down to safety. He'll keep going. Now looking to surpass Shut and get through.
So for example, right now he has 5 seconds more before he has to start the obstacle.
I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but we have a time indicator on the course as he's trying to will himself forward. A lot of strength having to be used here, but the grip fails, falls off, and he'll slot into second place of 2.
That is what makes this course so hard. That's why the demo run had to do a sub out halfway through. You have to do all of those later obstacles having already done everything before it, and it really leads to some exhaustion and fatigue that will be a challenge for these athletes to overcome.
Now it is Caden Kravitz from the Crescent City Ninjas. He is silver level 3, which I've learned is still puts a lot of work in and see what he can do. From Louisiana, he's able to make it this far. What can he do the rest of the way? Now having to climb up this slope. Very hard. Back is to the bar, so he's going to have to hang off, then transition. Like so. Great work. Will now fly through.
Opts to go on one side of the hanging bridge as opposed to some people who may go on both sides at the same time.
I feel like it would be much tougher for this age group to do so. I don't know if they have the wingspan to do so.
Well, if you look at his bio right here, you can actually see that his wingspan is 4'4".
Do you think his wingspan's the same as his height?
I know it's supposed to be close.
Yeah.
He's making good work of this course so far onto the swinging cliffs.
Now transitioning to the second one.
Keeping smooth and consistency, which is key in this stage.
And
onto the platform, he has
to safety.
12 seconds left to rest.
We're going to take the rest. Now try to slide through. Doing a great job here. And Krabbe will go farther. He's in first place. Shake the hands, get some chalk. He's got 10 seconds to rest. 4, 3, 2, 1. And it looks like he will be okay.
So for this obstacle, what is really key is using your feet as much as possible. because the less you can use your arms, the better of a chance you stand on all of the things that come after this.
You can see the coaching telling him to go up. He's sliding down currently with 2 minutes of now gone past. Nearly there, but it will drop down, but still a great effort. The first one to get past the tech slider. Now Roman LaBarbera. It's his opportunity.
Coming out of New Hartford, New York.
We have 30 runners in this heat. We'll have one more following up. Not sure how large that heat is yet. And if I'm not mistaken, if you're in like the later heats, you're usually better.
Not for sure, but it means you placed better
Okay.
in the previous stages.
Hello. Now getting ready to fully go. Coaching there, trying to help him. Looks like he's in no man's land. He's got to go now. And he will fall. Unfortunate run there. Just couldn't get past the first. Fails on the hang climb. Just didn't have enough. Still a great attempt. Now Joel Smith from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
As you can see, you are allowed to have your hands on the back of the board before this timer starts, which is normally not okay in WNO rules, but stage 3 is the exception because it allows you to start this obstacle specifically a little easier.
Now gets ready. Great transition and gets past. Now we'll go straight into the stable bridge. Making great work thus far. And he is flying 8 seconds ahead of Kravitz, who's currently in first. Now have to work on these battering rams. This time he'll elect to now get down.
Uses the time at his disposal. Goes.
And there he will fall. This battering ram has proven to be really tough. Now, I have another question. So if you only have to go to like the second one of the battering rams, why is there 3?
I assume it's just because the rig team is going to have an easier time setting up later age groups that happen to be here that have to use the third one.
That makes sense. As it's now Maxon Silverman from Nashua, New Hampshire. Making great time. Now he's going to have to transition to complete it safely, and does. Flings himself forward.
Elects not to use any of his rest time. Just makes his way up the stable bridges.
We have seen that. Now into safety.
Moving at really fast pace. Only 40 seconds into the course.
Into safety. Maybe thinking the faster he goes, the less strain on his grip strength.
Not a bad plan altogether.
Now we'll get ready. Slides himself forward. He's currently 7 seconds ahead of Kravitz. He'll get down, but not just before safety.
Still a good run. Puts him into second place so far.
So we now have Garrett Norman from Pensacola, Florida. Great work. This hang climb, trying to transition, he can. Now down into safety. We'll go on this right side. Now, is it just preference on which side, or is there a side that's better on this?
It's probably dependent on your own preference, maybe even like your dominant hand, potentially. Just depending on which one you want to have lower or higher.
Now, instantly go in. We've seen some competitors just elect to stay on one side of the ram, not splitting their focus. Oh, you elect to go to the second one, or go for straight for the swing. Goes to the second one and gets down. But it's time. No break taken by Norman. He's going to go straight into it. That's 6, very tough. Obstacle, trying to get past, but just can't. Oh, a quick replay. See, make quick work of that stable bridge. And then just hands gave out at the end. Now Ben Opel, Hopkins, Massachusetts native. He gets ready to start. Working his way up, now transitioning. Does well. Kane Kravitz still currently the person who's gone the farthest and the only one to complete the tech slider.
He opts to go for the double-sided.
Ladies and coaches, Tier 2, Mature Kids Male. Discipline Circuit is starting wave 4. Tier 2, Mature Kids Male, Discipline Circuit starting wave 4. Tier 1, Masters Female is starting wave 2 in Discipline Circuit. Tier 1, Masters Female is starting wave 2 in Discipline Circuit.
Come on, Ben, reach. You're tall. Yeah. Yes. Good job.
Now is Espen Hills from Stamford, Connecticut. This is his first year of competition, but he's been doing it for 3 years. Went to 20 Tier 2 comps this season. Well, it's forward, then slides, instantly down. And now attack. Making great work of the stable bridge thus far. Down safely, will take a little time. Then into the battering ram. 50 seconds have elapsed, and he's through 3. Currently 10 seconds behind Ben Appel in first, but can take third just by completing this obstacle.
Making smooth work of it so far. And is off onto the hardest obstacle seen so far in this course, especially for an age group with athletes who are typically shorter than 5 feet.
Now he's taken second place from Caden Kravitz after this performance. Still making great work, quickly transitioning from 2 to 3. And is able to position himself. This is a great work out of Espen, the farthest we've seen anyone. Ooh, slips there, but he still is able to regain. Phenomenal endurance being put on display from Howells. Now, can he get into safety is the question, just barely there. And will transition at the 2-minute mark. He'll take first place and become the first one to complete the blue pipes. Take his rest, 5 seconds remain. He's going into it. Now the pet cloud.
Really an easier obstacle for these athletes, especially after all the other things.
Now into safety. He'll take his break, 10 seconds. All right, here he goes.
This is where this course gets especially challenging, because here we have a line of cliffs that just continues up until one more rest before the most technical obstacle in the entire course.
Can he get through? Nearly there. Oh, he's just one away. Do we see completion here is the question. Great job. He's now into safety. He's one obstacle away.
All he has left is the most technical obstacle in this course, one that's especially mean to have after all of the cliffs that came before it.
Using all the break time he has. Goes into it. 1 to 2.
So he has to jump to this bar and then hop it.
He does now. All is away is one hop. Can he do it? The buzzer's right in front of him. Can almost taste it. 3 minutes and 40 seconds have elapsed. Just barely. He almost had it. He'll still slap the buzzer, but a phenomenal job. The best we've seen thus far.
A great run. And obviously that will put him into first place.
It has, and it's a massive gap. Now Otto Farag. Howes just barely, he almost had it. Just slipped right before. And we're off. After the tremendous run from Howes, Otto Farag has to follow that up. Looking at his coaching. Now going to try to transition. Is able to. Down into safety. Was Espen's run one of a kind, or will we see a new norm set?
Makes his way to the second stable bridge. And is now given his rest time after the second obstacle. Coach walks him through what to do on the next one. And he's off.
Go for one on each side. Working through. Readjust that left hand now into safety. Now go up, take his rest. He's got 8 seconds. Now 5. Now into safety. He'll try to slide himself forward. And he will drop. Still, great try. We'll slot into 9th as he falls victim, like many others in this age group, to the tech slider. Now it's Callahan Slaughter from the Crescent City Ninjas.
Looking to kill this course.
That was good.
All right.
That was good. I like that. Drops down into safety after 14 seconds. The fastest, or currently faster than Espen's job, but this is not about speed. It's all about endurance. I think something Espen did very well in his run as Slaughter's gone through too, is I feel like he saved himself. He wasn't trying to exert the path of least resistance, but Espen was taking. Slaughter. Now, like moments like these where you're kind of just swinging, it's just an extra second or two of stress that can build up quickly. Now working on this tech slider. He's currently in 5th. And you'll make it 4th. Or sorry, my mistake, 2nd. He's currently 8 seconds faster than Espen Howells. Very tall. You saw in Espen's run that he kind of put his foot in between himself to take some of the stress off of his hands. You're going to see Slaughter try to do it just like that. Slaughter, second best run we've seen. Can he take first? The level rising. Slaughter making quick work of the blue pipes. One away from safety. Slips down a little bit. He's going to have to fight himself away. Just fingertips away from safety. Now trying to push himself up using his feet. He's got it. Into safety. Still quicker than Espen House's run. Now into this peg cloud, which, as you said, is a bit easier.
Yeah. Most of these athletes shouldn't struggle with it unless they end up taking a peg out somehow.
Or the endurance just wears out at the wrong moment. All right, waving the hands. Waving off his coach, saying he might be okay. See, he found a second gear.
Goes with 6 seconds of rest left to do the hardest grip taxing obstacle.
He's flying right now. Quick adjustment from our camera. Oh, no, that was the coach that docked it. It actually helped us. Flying through. Now one away. He's going to launch himself and gets it into safety. He's in first place by 20 seconds over Espen Howells. Phenomenal run this far.
He has 7 seconds left to rest before trying the hardest obstacle in this course.
Can he punctuate it? On the second rope held bar, he's going to fling himself towards the bar that he's going to inevitably have to jump off of. He's there. He's at the same moment where Espen Howells failed. Can he succeed? One launch away, and it's just short. A phenomenal run, though, from Callahan Slaughter. He'll take first place decisively. A 20-second gap.
Stage 3 is down to the class runners. Tier 2, stage 3, preteen male. When you're ready, left
Phenomenal grip strength shown.
Tier 2, stage 3.
Now Levi Arnone from Hastings on Hudson, New York. Quickly making moves. He's already across. Tremendous pace. It's very interesting to see what these different athletes and coaching staffs have cooked up to best conserve their strength. Nearly fell off there, tiptoes his way into safety. Levi showing no signs of slowing down, but this has slowed many. The tech slider. Working himself. Great work from Arnaud. He's currently 5 seconds ahead of Slaughter at this juncture. Arnaud, he's just flying through. Now slipping here on the blue pipes. He's able to get across. Squeezes himself through, but just falls. Phenomenal run from Arnaud to take third place. The fastest by far through the tech slider.
Puts himself in a good place.
Now Mio Thesis from Needham, Massachusetts. So Arnaud will slot into third. Now I feel like at a course like this, where endurance is everything, I think this might be the biggest kind of effect a coach can have on any of the stages. It's the longest. And during those like 15-second rest breaks, it's kind of like a timeout in a sense.
It's true, and you see a lot more coaches communicating with their athletes, and that is mostly due to the fact that when you run most of these courses, you get an adrenaline kick and you don't even think or hear anything. But this course is so long and difficult that the adrenaline wears off something like halfway through, so you just have the full ability to talk.
Thesis into safety as after this I'm going to have to tell a referee to fix something. I think something on the top of the stable bridge got dislodged and could cause issues. But still, great work by Thesis so far. He'll try to catapult himself into safety, and he will. Toe taps his way, stumbles, but will rest. A minute has gone by as he moves into this very tough tech slider. Vaults himself forward, a minute 20. He'll take some chalk from his coach. Feet are slipping, trying to work himself up, give him as much slack as he can. Will now go in between two, sliding though. The shoe's not really helping. Can't really find any grip with the shoes. Just keep sliding. And that will be it. For Thesis run, he'll slop into fifth place.
Up next, we have Everett Gonzalez coming out of New York, New York. Training at New York Ninja Academy. Preps himself on the bottom of the first obstacle, ready to start the course. And he's off. Making good work through that first obstacle and makes it to the platform. Chooses not to rest and just makes his way straight onto the stable bridge. Onto the second stable bridge and makes it off. Now he gets ready for the battering rams. Choosing not to use any rest so far, which is an interesting strategy.
Going for time here early.
He's trying to ensure placement should he end up messing up, but ideally he wants to clear.
He's 10 seconds ahead of the current pace. Now make it 9. Lost a little bit of time. Something like this is all about trying to get through, but will fault on these blue poles. Or sorry, the blue poles.
Still a solid run. Put him into third place due to the fact he was moving incredibly fast. Fastest non-last obstacle attempt so far.
He's 10 seconds ahead of Arno, who got to the same juncture.
Up next, we have Miles Snyder out of Sunbury, Pennsylvania.
Snyder transitions well.
Makes his way to the bridges and chooses not to rest. Just started right away.
Trying to work himself into safety. Immediately, no rest. Flies into the next juncture. The battering ram. Snyder drops down into safety.
Doesn't even rest for the battering ram, just gets right on it.
He's flying, says he has it, but kind of getting stuck. More stress built on the grip strength, and that's where it will end. Still a phenomenal run. Fastest through those first three. Just couldn't replicate the same success on that tech slider. And it's been obstacles 4 and 5 that have caused so many issues for our runners.
If you do end up getting past them, they'll negatively affect the rest of the obstacles in this course.
Now Charles Pedersen from Huxley, Iowa. Through this first challenge. We've seen almost everybody just kind of fly through these first two parts. But still, it's very taxing on that grip strength. The second person we've seen to go one on each side. They'll fly.
In theory, not a bad idea. So much so, in fact, that he continues doing it on the board. He only has to make 3 moves on it.
Now directly into the battering ram. Still going one on each side. Maybe the left wavering a little bit. Kind of took a long swing through to shake it out.
Which also isn't a bad strategy. For courses like this, you want blood circulation in your arms, and you don't want the lactic acid buildup that causes you to, like, burn out.
Well, immediately, I feel like didn't get the launch he wanted and will fall. I feel like it's very important, especially on that tech slider. When you start swinging, you need to get a nice kind of boost, get maybe even a little less than halfway there just to give you that a little bit more help. Now Finn Saunders from Blue Springs, Missouri. And we're off. There goes Saunders. Climbs up now in between, quickly through.
Eyeing up the stable bridges, actually elects to actually rest before the stable bridges, which isn't something we've seen very much of.
Interesting, trying to use as much rest as he can. Resting here once more. He knows that no one has completed the course thus far. Maybe he thinks he can, utilizing every 15-second interval he gets in between obstacles.
It's a good idea. Makes his way to the battering, or not the battering ram, the slider.
It kind of does look like a battering ram, though.
It does. It's like more battering ram-like than the actual battering ram.
Slides through perfectly into safety. Roll rest here. Maybe game planning. Only takes 5 seconds of it, though. Almost.
Recovers it.
This is Coach Block's my view and your view.
Don't got a better angle.
Stand up to see he's moving up quickly. Now trying to reposition up. Slides a slightly bit. See it on the screen. Has now
trying to reach for the next one.
Yeah, no more radio play-by-play. Now we'll try to go in between. He's got to go up or he'll slide down. In between, still stuck on the second pole. He's trying his best, wasting a lot of time. He's got to go back up, and he will drop. And that will end his run in 5th place, though. Still very good. Now Carter Chan. As if you've been following me around, my cut on my thumb has healed a bit, so.
Just for your fan base.
Yeah, just for my fan base, you know. I draw dimes.
Next, Carter Jan coming out of Andover, Massachusetts.
Athletes and coaches, 310 female tier 1, stage 1 is down to its last few runners. Last call for VIPs for tier 1, stage 1, 310 female. Last call for VIPs.
Coming out of Sean, Kansas.
Our apologies if our audio keeps cutting out. Luckily, I have someone watching who keeps texting me that my audio's out.
Against Bio says he's an all-around athlete. Makes his way onto the slider. Undoubtedly the crux of this course so far.
Nearly working through on the tech slider. He's got to fight, got to dig deep. but will drop down. Very good job for Logan Bergman. Now it is on Liam McEllen, which, if I remember correctly, he had the lead on stage 1 for a large portion until at stage 4, where everything got shaken up ferociously. We're at a new top 5.
Liam rocking the Jackson Erdes shirt, signed by Jackson Erdes.
Now, he elects to start standing, then transition under. First time we've seen that.
It's an interesting idea. It, in theory, saves the energy that isn't much, but there is slight energy loss from hanging off at the bottom to start.
Now we'll transition through.
Makes his way onto the stable bridges. Opts to hop both hands at once, which is an interesting play. But as his coach probably told him, it does kind of waste energy, so he's now just alternating hand by hand.
It's very interesting to see the different strategies imposed just to save that small bit of energy, that small bit of lactic acid buildup that's eliminated by doing a certain thing. The stage is built on margins, time margins, energy margins. Wherever you can save, it could be the difference between completion and failure. Now on the tech slider. You can see, struggling, but gets through. He's going to go as high as he can, as fast as he can.
Seemingly learning from both his coach and other athletes who have messed up by slipping down.
Giving himself as much slack as he can. There, the feet slip, which puts all of his weight onto his hands. Now slipping ever much further, but he's gone farther than most. Now transitions. This one's much closer. Now he's going to go all the way, swings himself there, and he's able to get there safely. Now only a couple pipes away from the safety bar, but will drop down into 6th place, but still a phenomenal run from Liam. As we'll have our next runner, Thomas Grady. As he'll work himself quickly up the hang climb. Transitions well. Into safety. Now immediately attacking the stable bridge, going at a very quick pace. Now swings immediately from Erie, Pennsylvania.
And he is off to the slider. His coach tells him to rest a bit, which is a good idea.
But he'll attack.
Didn't even struggle on it, made it look easy.
Coaching here, using all the time he has. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. He's got to get on now. Will does. Uses the full allotted 15. Go high. He's got his back turned to the next pole. He slides just barely, but able to fight back.
Now he knows the reach is for sure there. Just has to plant that first foot more carefully.
Now he's just sliding. He's trying to find the correct entry angle. He's got to get there just barely. Still fighting. A minute 40 now. As the time goes, the harder it gets. Blindly puts the back foot on and works. Quickly transitioning. He's flying now. That second pipe caused so much trouble, for the rest coming into like second nature. He's almost there. He's able to get 2 feet, 1 away from safety.
been hanging in total for over a minute 30 in this course cumulatively so far.
He's there, and he's placed in third. Tremendous work there from Thomas Grady. Now he'll use all 15 seconds. He'll start. Well, he's starting to fly through these peg clouds. Now with the timing he has currently, he's already almost been in this course longer than Slaughter did after completing the cliffhanger. But all of that does not matter if you...
He's still moving strongly, practically quick matching his hands, and is able to do a full pull-up this late into the course.
If you're able to complete this course, the timing doesn't matter. Now the next person has to complete it quicker. He's nearly there. Now the hardest part, he's got to vault himself into safety. He's got it. Let's see the exhaustion showing on his face. The last bit of chalk. He knows. He's saying, let's go. I got this. He wants this. 5 seconds remaining. Here he goes. On to ones, quickly into two. Now he's going to vault himself onto that pole. Nearly there. He's able to do it. One more step away. He's going to fly. Bring the pole with him. Oh. No! The pole goes vertical, unable to do it, but gets farther than so many others. He'll take third place on a run he can be proud of. Tremendous work. It's just the pole couldn't stay horizontal, and it just went the other way, which makes it that much harder. Or honestly makes it near impossible. As we wait for our next runner, Griffin Hook, and we'll commentate what's happening on the next stage next to us. He's about to go. He's one fling away. The qualification on the far right, but now we're back over to Griffin Hook. Now vaulting himself up. What can Hook do from Haverhill, Massachusetts?
And makes his way off the obstacle onto the stable bridges. Obstacle on one side. We've seen a mixed approach from a bunch of different people on this obstacle. Slightly misgrabs on the back, but he fixes it.
I overheard his coach, Nick DeVries, saying soft, have soft. Don't kind of put more strain on your hands. He's going to take a long break here, 50 seconds, about to hit the minute mark. Stumbles forward into safety. Now on this very tough tech slider. I wish I told you it got easier from here, but those blue pipes.
He has to fix his grip on the slider, which is incredibly difficult because it's free spinning, and he's just able to do it.
He almost had it, just fell right before.
And stepped off backwards.
Did all the work, but none of the reward. Slots himself into 18th place as we're now down to our final 9 runners. With Daniel Arsan
Out of Austin, Texas. Also opts not to hang backwards to start.
We've seen some employ that strategy. Now we'll try to transition. Able to. Well, now, I'd like to say on one side, still making Great work. Nearly a minute through.
Makes his way onto the battering ram. Opts to use both sides, which is again something we've seen mixed approaches on. And he's off onto the slider. Knows the slider's hard, takes a few seconds to breathe before going for it, but it's putting good power into it.
Athletes, let's try our best and keep a one coach to one athlete ratio in the warm-up area. And as soon as you're done with your course run, please try your best to exit the
Trying to
warm-up
slide
area
himself
as
forward,
soon as
fighting.
possible afterwards to ensure
Nearly
that
there.
the
Drops down to safety. Blows on the hands.
Thank you guys
Needs
all
some
so much.
chalk.
The energy in this building has been absolutely outstanding today. You guys have been putting your skills on display.
The
all
friction
day long.
created
Let's keep
by
doing so.
doing all these
Thank you
climbing
guys so much.
techniques
Have
makes
a
those
stay
hands
strong.
very hot and start peeling away some of that skin. Onto that second pole, but this transition's been very tough. And he will drop down, but still a great run as he slots himself just outside the top 10 and 11th.
Up next, we got Connor Hill out of St. Cloud, Florida.
Attention all coaches and athletes in the Masters Female Tier 1 division.
Here's Connor's run.
We're on our last few runners for that division. So if anybody is in need of a video review, please submit it now. And as for
Coach tells him to use his feet,
division in DC tall.
and he makes it up way easier after that advice. Statics over to the bar and swings. Gets himself off of there. Onto the stable bridges. He doesn't even arrest.
The biggest difference in the kind of approaches is when do you take your rest? Do you take it every time? Do you take it only when you need it? We've seen both approaches work. Slaughter barely took his rest.
Attention, this announcement is for Caitlin Lapino. Caitlin, can you please make your way to the information hub as soon as possible? Caitlin Lapino, please make your way to the information hub. Thank you so much.
Connor Hill doing tremendous work thus far on these blue pipes, nearly 2 minutes in. Almost just one pull away to safety. Able to bridge towards, now will slide. Don't want to slide too far down. Still is trying to position himself, gets the foot down into safety. 2 minutes and 16 seconds as he now goes into the peg cloud.
Listening to his coach tell him what to do. Makes his way through these pegs. Pegs aren't particularly difficult. They're just very draining after the amount of previous things that you've had to already go through to get there.
Into safety. Now, surprisingly, won't say it because the caster's curse definitely does exist.
Don't say a thing. Yeah.
Or I'm not going to say it. He works through.
Doesn't even pull up. Uses his swing to get up there. Saves energy.
Very smart work as he's flying. Now, this is the toughest part of the cliffhanger. It's just vaulting yourself and grabbing on. A real test of what's left. And there, just barely slips. He almost had it, but still phenomenal run from Connor Hill. Now, because it happened, I was going to say that no one's failed here on the cliffhanger, and it kind of happened, but
You thought about it. Shouldn't have done
that's
that.
my
It's all
fault.
your
I'm
fault.
going to apologize. I'll give him like a basket of flowers or something. I'm so sorry.
The red button for the confetti shooter. Could you please return it to the info hub? Please return the remote, the confetti shooter, to the info hub. Thank you so much.
Dangerous thing for somebody to have in the entire.
Up in the sky. Go up in the sky.
Go high. Go high. Yes, Ezra.
You got a long reach.
And attention to all attending chefs and other quick words for some of our awesome over a decade of innovation experience. You can trust Stage 4 Designs to deliver the best product possible. So tap in with Stage 4 Designs today. Moving on to Elijah the Boss. Elijah is here, bringing the excitement of his brand from Nitro. Stop by his table to meet Boss Bear and be a part of his Man on the Street interview craze. Come by to hear all about both hands and the precious baby that the Boss organization is loving on through financial support.
All right, testing 1,
Nope.
2.
Welcome back after our audio issues. So sorry about that if it keeps cutting out. I'm trying my best to monitor the situation, but I can't think about 20 things at once. Are we on? Are we on Heat 2?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
oh wait, I think they just added the list.
Okay, looks like we just have everyone. We're just going to go all in one heat due to the time delay. So we won't have any intermission. We're going straight through it as Gunnar Littman will now try to get through. What did I miss?
We missed an entire run. We are
Okay.
so sorry if your run did not have any commentary because of our audio mess up.
What happened in the run?
He failed on the
Slider?
blue. No, the thing after
The
this.
poles?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Phenomenal for them. I don't know. Dude, I can't pump. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
And our audio's back. We're so sorry. We're trying. Gunnar Littman, here we go. Great job climbing up the second pole. He's doing a wonderful job. Can he do it? Can he get to the third one? We're ramping up the pace right now. Everything. This means everything. Here we go. Can he get to the third? Nearly there. Can he? Almost there. Sliding down. Can he? Almost his fingertips away. Showing great determination. He doesn't want to quit now. And just barely. Phenomenal job. As we are.
Good run. That crux has taken out a ton of people.
That juncture just really ending a lot of runs as it's now Lyndon Locke. Great job from Lemon for a top 10 run, actually.
That crux really is an important thing to get too fast if you can't do it.
Indeed, I'm pretty sure that only 4 people have completed the polls.
Most of them managed to get a bit farther.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Lyndon's bio says that he likes rock climbing. That's a pretty important skill for this course. Considering the more grip endurance you have, that's a huge advantage.
I feel like most people in their bio put they love rock climbing. I feel like
It
this
is a pretty common thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's very adjacent.
You know what, guys? I do
Looks like he's not able to reset. Once you go, you have to go. That's very unfortunate there. Just didn't know, and he's going to walk away. And Lyndon Locke's run will end just after completing the hang climb. Now Killian Markley as our get ready from Joppa, Maryland. As I am still vigilantly watching.
Ref talking to him about what he can and can't do. He gets ready to start the course. So what we're seeing a lot of athletes do is they're reaching for that hold that he has most of his weight on right now, all of his weight now. And they're just from there putting both their feet up. That way they can hang minimally. Because the more time you're hanging without your feet, the more energy you're overall wasting. And he's off onto the stable bridges. Opts for the both-sided approach and changes his mind. That's fine.
Yeah, has his right hand taped up using some kinesiology or kinesio tape. Don't know if that's due to injury.
Probably. So there's this thing in Ninja called a rip that happens when you the friction on a bar destroys one of your calluses.
Yeah, I'm looking at your hand right now.
Yeah, that sometimes these just.
Got it. Now, does that happen to the back of the hand, or are they just using that for support as he's clear through?
Probably just to support the front of the hand.
Markley having a great run thus far. Has slotted himself into 19th place. Can he get through? And he cannot. Dismounts a little too early and drops just below.
Still a solid effort.
Once again, I will say, because I don't know if I got picked up, there will be no heat at 1 and 2. We have just combined everyone into this heat, so we're to keep going due to that.
Where was the heat supposed to
end? Shoe stack.
Oh, well then maybe there still is. We don't know. Anyway, Elijah Hoffman coming out of Culver City, California.
From Los Angeles Ninja Academy. Quickly working his way up. A little mount into safety. Asking for chalk already. Works on that right side. Well, we'll have to transition to the one. That is perfectly level. And bolts himself forward. And great work on the battering ram. Now transitioning to
Attention all ninja fans. Electric Enzo is currently doing his paintball drawing at his vendor booth. So those have been to Electric Enzo paintball drawing at his vendor booth right now. Attention to all ninjas, especially young
and
attendants.
sorry about the
We
audio
are
issues
now
once more. Looks like we
in
rectified them again.
control of
As we are back.
and it is like remote control with a big red button.
Shane makes his way up these rock holds.
Sessions of Mr. O or able to find it. Please bring it to the information hub
Shoe
as soon
stack
as you
will
can. If you have a
climb up.
remote,
And once again, if you are watching this stream
And you have it somehow. They seem real worried that
in the
somebody
venue,
has this.
you have a prize from the young men for you. So please, if you have that remote,
so if you have a remote with a big red button that can shoot off confetti, please bring it to the information desk. There is a prize reward, cash prize reward, if you can bring it to the road desk.
I don't think I've ever heard that much concern in an announcement's voice.
Shane Stustack gliding through the first two. We apologize. Please indulge us in our.
We're just gonna do awards and it's gonna go off and they're not gonna know how.
Perfectly timed. There's like, I want to press the button. Shoestack gets through. The battering ram will now work on the slider. Try to slide through. Now trying to. Has it all the way. Flings himself into safety. A minute 15 to work on these. Or, sorry, a minute 20 has gone by. And now try to work on the blue pipes.
Uses his full rest time to make sure he doesn't run out of energy doing this.
Smart strategy employed. Now we'll go from 2 to 3. Great transition. This has been the hardest one by far for our athletes. He's getting high and ever higher. At this rate, he might as well just grab onto the rig and start climbing.
Probably not though. They
Yeah, it's
probably
illegal.
call him for that. Yeah.
Getting as much height as he can.
Ooh, able to shake out his hands. That means that he has a solid grip with his shoes going.
He's now going to try to transition. He's sliding and will fall. Just it gave out. Great attempt from Shane Shoestack. And
Made it to the crux of the course.
he'll take 11th place. Now Logan Thurner. As
Is the audio broken again?
no, we had static. It looks like we're going to have a small fix, or is he just trying to get this very cool shot? I think he's just trying to get a very cool
I
shot.
don't think we got a camera angle that can properly show what's happening.
So currently we have
You'll
one.
see the camera sticking out of the top of the rig.
You can see him now on the top. He's currently trying to get a very cool camera shot. That's what the break is. He's about to go triple platinum.
It's gonna be a cool picture.
Now try to work himself up. Great job thus far.
We really don't see a heavy reliance on the feet uses. He's much preferring to use his hands for everything so far.
Great work round from Logan Thurner. Now working on the one side. We're still awaiting our first qualification. Or sorry, our first full clear. Currently the best we've seen so far is Callahan Slaughter's run.
At this point, we've seen 2 runs to the flying bar.
3.
Oh, 3 runs to the flying bar. And a 4th run that was really close to being to the flying bar.
Referee telling him he's got to go up to this next one. Now rest will already start. He's only got 5 seconds due to the scramble. He's got to go now. Just like the
Has good power into it. He is staying locked up, which is wasting a little bit of energy, but it gets him through it fast enough where it probably doesn't matter.
great job. Not really getting much height. He's going to go straight for the 1-2 transition. Now it's his 2-3. Has caused so many issues. Will Thurner fall into the same crux? Just fingertips away. Does he have the reach? He's going to have to propel himself. Now he's going to work himself into some height. 1:50 has now elapsed. Grip being tested. He doesn't have the length. The run will end there, and it was very good. Just seeing that 2-3 been really hard for our athletes. Now Connor Burke from Surge Ninja quickly through the first part of the course.
All right.
You got this, Connor. You got this. Come on, buddy.
We are having some technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Right now I can.
Come on, Connor.
All right, looks like we're back.
Use your feet.
Okay, looks like only one of our mics now work. This is very unfortunate, and that run will end. We will still try to fix these issues. We're so sorry that we're having to do this. We're going to have okay, we're going to keep going. Trying our best. We'll try this. All right, we're still talking. I'm going to keep talking as we now have Robert Eves' run coming up. What can Eves do?
Okay.
Looks like we fixed it. All right, we have. Hello, we're back. Okay.
Okay.
Robert Eves now working up the hang climb. We are once again so sorry about all of this. We are trying our best to get you the best audio we can possible.
Out of Pennsylvania, doing his best on this course. He goes for the one-sided approach.
Working on that left side. We're now trying to transition to that flatter board, which I can only assume is a bit easier, correct?
Yeah. Now he makes his way to the battering rim, goes for the double-sided approach.
Okay.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Working again. Wait, we're back. We're back. Okay.
Okay, wait. Okay, we can hear both of us?
Yes. Okay. So
All right.
once again, we are so sorry, especially to the Eves family as we try to rectify our audio issues. He's working on these blue poles. The second one, trying to transition from 2 to 3. This has been the hardest one thus far. What can Eves do? He's just barely almost there, trying to transition. And will fall. As welcome back. And wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
We are good again.
Chilling.
Once again, we'll apologize for our audio issues. As we will now work on Grayson Robinson's run. Robinson working on the hang climb.
Framingham, Massachusetts.
Will work his way up, trying to transition, and will.
Trains at USA Ninja Challenge.
And I'll work on this climb. Going to transition now to the flatter one. 30, maybe 40 seconds and completes.
Decides to chalk up before going to the battering rams.
Utilizing the first of his breaks. Now swinging onto the second battering ram.
Good job, Grayson. Keep it up.
I'm noticing he has a Cheez-It chalk bucket.
Yeah, I saw it. It's like signed by a bunch of people too.
That's actually tough.
Yeah, I don't know what the signatures are, as using the full utilization of his break time, will now work himself across using all the strength he has, core strength and all. And to safety, a minute 20. Now go to 1 to 2. Can he go to 3? This has been the toughest transition yet. And we'll just slide. Slides into 14th place though. Our next runner will now be Sullivan Plante.
Sullivan Plante being coached by Ferris. Coach Ferris coaching Sullivan. Yep, okay. Mike's working again.
Yep, still everything is surprisingly working. This has been the longest time for quite a while.
Don't say that.
I shouldn't have.
It's
Oh
not
no,
It's
okay.
not going to work immediately.
Now, can Plante do? Quickly vaulting.
Solid moves. His coach runs back to get the chalk bucket.
Quickly in.
Coach tells him to go one side. If you're listening to the live stream, you might even be able to hear his coach, honestly.
He's just flying from Sterling, Virginia.
Opts to go both sides on the battering ram.
He's cruised through the first 3. Lots of momentum being built in this tech slider. Down into safety.
Makes his way onto the poles. His coach is walking through what to do with him. He says not to get chalk, actually. His coach tells him to take the chalk off.
Interesting.
Probably due to the fact that the things are seemingly either plastic or metal with no texture. That's probably not a bad idea.
He's now going to use all of the length he has. This makes it ever so much tougher.
Makes his grip less.
Nearly there. Now has his back to it. Great transition, though. Sullivan Plante showing great grit and determination.
Cheers erupt from the crowd when he hit that move.
Very smart. I think this is the first person we've seen get this far.
In a while. It's been forever.
It has, and he's now cruising through the rest of these pipes. Ooh, just barely fingertips away. Has to readjust. A minute 45 has now elapsed. Can he just find that right hand? He can. Grasp in transition. He's one away. That's all safety if he can get it to it. Ooh, dangerous, dangerous. Has to fight himself back up. Got a little too eager, but is able to regain. Crowd erupts. This is the furthest we've seen in quite a while. Coaching, he wants more chalk. He won't get it. Maybe a miscommunication there between coach.
It's not a very grip heavy obstacle.
No.
It's not going to need it.
As he will fly through the peg cloud. Now we'll reapply chalk into this cliffhanger.
Fifth athlete to this point to see these cliffs.
He slotted himself into fourth place. 2 obstacles away from potentially full clearing. Plante not letting the moment get to him. He's flying through. Now transition, has to leap himself and grab onto that final one, building the swing. He's got it. Now can he find himself into safety? Gets 1 foot, gets 2. And finds it safely exactly at the 3-minute mark. He's 14 seconds behind Slaughter, but that won't matter if he's able to complete this obstacle.
Doesn't even use his full rest time. That's a level of confidence.
He wants to do it and do it now. He's already on the second one. Has to build swing to grab onto the bar. One hand reverse grip, the other more forward. Now, just barely.
Just short. Still
What?
a spectacular run.
Phenomenal confidence shown there by Sullivan Plante. He'll take second place on what was a tremendous run. Now, Hugo Casarella. We are down to our final 13 runners. Can only assume the level will get better and better as we go on.
Hugo coming out of Santa Monica, California. Making quick work of these first moves.
We still await our first full clear. Plante, the best we've seen in quite a while. Can Hugo keep the momentum going in this division? Going from one to the other and taking safety. Moving very quickly. But he obviously wants more, and you can see it already. He is flying. Wipes his hand using the back of his shoe.
Probably a good idea. Any chalk on your feet can cause your shoes to be slightly more slippery.
Now this 2 to 3. It's been so hard for so many. We saw even Plante struggle with it in his run. He had to completely contort himself to the back half, just like Hugo did there, and is able to get there safely. Now, Casarella trying to fight his way through. Is able to complete.
Oh, wait, mine's back. An
Now.
unfortunate fall.
No way.
Whoa, it just fixed itself.
Great run there from Hugo to slot himself into sixth position. Was able to complete the blue pipe, just slipped off of the safety.
An unfortunate fall.
Indeed, as we now work to our next runner, Carson Danielle from East Summit, Missouri.
Apparently, this is also Carson's first year competing.
We see a lot of first-year competitors in this division. Quickly working up the ranks.
It says in his bio, Carson loves to visit national parks and has already visited 22 of them. And it says he's an indoor climber, which, as we mentioned, is a very good thing to have in your bio going into stage 3. Makes his way through the stable bridges and is down onto the platform. His coach points out what he thinks he should do for this obstacle, and he's off.
Looks to take a little bit of rest. And now we'll attempt to get through this battering ram. I've said it before, that time is important. That's why Callahan Slaughter's in first place of how quickly. But with no one being a full clear, you could take 5, you could take 10 minutes, which, I mean, that would be really hard. But as long as you complete the course, you're in first place currently.
You know what? I'll make it to stage 3. I think I should just hang for 10 minutes.
Why would you do that?
Just to mess with all of the people who have to commentate my shenanigans.
That's great. I'm going to probably get, knowing my luck, I'll have to
Yeah,
commentate
you'll
you.
be commentating me on stage 3 as I hang for 10 minutes with my meta glasses.
Of course. Yeah, your meta glasses watching the boys. Of course, of course, of course. Now Carson Danielle on this 2-to-3 transition. He's able to. Now 3-to-4. It gets, I don't want to say easier, but we've seen our runners that get this far kind of glide through.
Exactly. Going from the second to the third is for sure the harder move.
Just doing great work thus far. One pull away from transitioning into safety. Now almost. Can he get the foot there? Almost. They'll give it to him. That's completion.
Makes his way to this obstacle, which really is the rest point of this, because you have this, you have the 2 rests around it, and then you have a giant cliff line and the hardest obstacle in the course. Everybody in the crowd is getting hyped for this run as he approaches, getting closer than most people have gotten in this course.
Everyone here knows that there has yet to be completion. They want to see it. Can Danielle deliver?
Makes the first harder cliff move. Is there. Eyes up the hardest move before the bar hop.
Nearly there.
Shakes out his grip so he has the blood flow.
He's able to get it.
Makes it.
Ooh, didn't fully have it, but now does.
What he did there, ladies and gentlemen who are wondering, he started his rest early to get that point just slightly sooner, because he knows that this is a crux obstacle that you need to have as fast as you possibly can. Because a ton of people are going to fail this obstacle, so it's insurance if he doesn't end up failing this.
He does able to get the transition. And as you mentioned, it is insurance, but he did it 5/10 too slow because he's 5/10 behind Sullivan Plante for second.
But even then, it could be, right now he's on, sorry, right now he's on the podium, which is a good place to be. And he secured it just a little extra by grabbing it right away, even when he wasn't ready.
Now from Matthews, North Carolina, Camden McCarran. We are nearly down to our final 10 runners in this heat. We want to see a completion. The fans here want to see a completion. It's all about what athlete will produce it. Camden hopes it's him. Quickly into the first safety. Now,
Makes his way onto the second hanging board and just stays in the front and laches to the end. That is a new strategy we haven't seen yet. theory does conserve energy because you have to make less moves to do that. Opts to use both sides of the battering rams and is already off of them, making solid pace so far.
Can see the minute, or not even the minute, the second McCarron can release safely, he does, just trying to get any sort of advantage. Now,
Doesn't even rest before the obstacle that's challenged the most people so far.
he's
But he's got the hardest part already.
He's already into 10th position just off his speed through the first 4.
He's making great efficiency through these. Better than, don't want to say everyone, but because
The most.
than most.
Qualifiers. You just got to say everyone but some. But better than
The
most is,
vast majority.
there you go. McCarron.
No, actually, he is the fastest person to this point.
Yep, 12 seconds
I was
faster
right.
now.
Yeah.
We can
because of
say
that.
it. Uses that rest. Will now try to transition.
If he can keep this pace up and get himself to the last obstacle, it puts him in a first place position.
You are correct. He's 18 seconds ahead of time. How much rest does he take? Does that play into his mind? He looks back at the clock. He clearly knows what's at stake.
Doesn't use all of his rest. He's planning on resting before the last obstacle, but until then, he doesn't need it.
So much strategy and metagames built into it other than just trying to complete it. Now in our camera blind spot, but now finally transitioning onto one of the harder,
Moves of this course.
now the hardest, and just fingertips away. Slots himself into 6th place with tremendous pace. He would have had, I think, 1st place locked up, but just barely falters at that last and final jump.
Still an excellent run. Putting up a pace for anyone who follows to try and match.
Now Cameron Choquette. From Surge Ninja. Great work thus far. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but he's a fan favorite with Team A. We saw him qualify while we were commentating, and all of the Team A members were very excited. So let's see if he can
Spins
produce.
around.
Interesting to see what kind of new tactics are being employed. We've seen something new in almost every run recently. It's just the slightest thing. It's maybe going a bit quicker as the grip just fails. Slips off. Very unfortunate for Cameron. It's a tough fall. A tough end to his event. Now still with Surge Ninja, it's Nathan Eckhorst.
Coming out of Lancaster, Massachusetts. Opts to start backwards for the slight time save at the beginning. Makes his way up these. Places his feet to plant, to go backwards. He has the bar and is onto the platform.
Quickly up the stable bridge, trying to transition fully onto that second platform. Able to. Gets down with 30 seconds. Now will immediately go into this battering ram, showing no signs of slowing down, knowing how important time is. 45 seconds. He's currently 11 seconds off the pace, but I feel like the biggest time saver you can have is how quickly you go through those blue pipes.
Decides to rest out before those blue pipes. His coach points out the timer so he can see that he has 5 seconds left to rest. And he gets right on at the 5-second mark. Comes to the top of the pole so he can't slip down as easy. Takes it to the second, and then the big move that the most people have struggled with. The second to the third.
So if anybody is in need of video reviews, please get those in now.
He reaches it with his back foot, gets his hand over, and matches onto it. Some of the best strategy we've seen there.
If I'm not mistaken, we've seen only a couple other runners employ that strategy, and it usually does work. Many others have tried, it's just they've been unsuccessful. Now, Eckhorst, kind of transition. This is another one that's really tough. He's going to have to work himself around, change his body positioning. Have to shake his hands, get more blood flow. Has great grip with his feet, though. Almost there. He's trying. Can he get there? Now he can. Able to find it. Loses a lot of height out of it, though, but he can build it back up. Oh, just barely. He's got to fight. He's got to fight.
Clutches it up and is climbing back up.
Beautiful work from Eckhorst.
Crowd goes wild after that.
A dire moment, but now he still has to fight. He needs this rest. He needs it, but he's only one pole away. Can he find that transition? You can see relying so much on his feet. Fingertips. Oh, tremendous effort from Eckhorst. He tried everything. It's just the time accumulated and it builds up. Good enough to slot himself into 12th. Now David Lorio Jr. who's Ninja Elite Level 3. Pretty good. He'll begin his run. We've seen the Crescent City Ninjas have great, tremendous success on this course thus far. Wario Jr. looking to replicate the same. Transitions quickly.
Makes his way onto the stable bridges. Opts to use just one side. Strangely enough, this is the obstacle that I think has had the most variance in strategy.
Safely in 40 seconds. Now into these battering rams.
Already off of the battering rams. Onto the slider.
What kind of momentum can he build? He's going to have to do all the work himself. Couldn't really get that best of an entry, but he still has the tank to power through.
Rests up before this obstacle. He doesn't chalk up, which is a strategy I've now seen a few times.
Now gets onto the pole, will work himself into height. Minute 20. You can already see signs of struggle on the face, of legs going awry. He can't find the grip.
Fortunately, on stage 3, I do not believe you can reset the platforms because of the timer.
You can't.
No, I don't think you can because of the timer.
No, I said you can't because we already seen 2 people fail because of it. But Lorio does not. Now on the second to third transition. Very tough. Oh, he almost had it. Just slides through. Very tough to see for Lorio Jr. Now Reverdy Cavazos
Out of McAllen, Texas. Started training last July, my bad. Misspoke.
All good, as we are now down to our final 8. Still awaiting that one and only, I don't say one and only, but we're waiting for our first full clear. Transition getting out. Immediately shaking the hands. Trying to get as much blood flow as he can.
Makes his way up the first stable bridge and onto the second. Stays with the one-sided approach. He's off.
Working well through the battering rams. As we've gone on, we've seen that these first three have gone pretty rudimentary. It's this tech slider, which is still causing some issues, not as many as those poles that await them. Reveille dismounts well. Now into the poles. He's watched every run thus far. He's seen the issues it's caused. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Wipes his shoes off. That is good tech. Doesn't get chalk and wipes his shoes off, so everything can be as grippy as it possibly can be. You don't want to slip at all on this.
And very interesting. He's not really going into any sort of kind of fireman slide position. He's just going from one to the other
with strangely consistent moves.
He's keeping his body and all of his weight behind him, not giving it to the pole.
Giving him like potentially top 3 fastest times on this obstacle run.
He's using the pole as all the support he needs. He's not using his hands. Great body control. Now slot into 9th place. Exactly 2 minutes it took him to complete 5 obstacles.
He saved a good amount of energy for these last few burnout points. Is now able to rest for a bit more.
Works through the peg cloud with great efficiency. Now we'll chalk up.
Probably a good idea because these next 2 obstacles, it helps a lot more than those poles.
Straight into it. Great pace. He's 4 seconds behind. Probably won't be able to catch Slaughter's time of first. But can surpass Plante. But just slips off. Still a tremendous run. Just slips up on that first hard transition. Now Oliver Mancinelli. From Andover, Massachusetts. What can he do? Climbs up.
Already reaching back for that bar. And he's off onto the stable bridges.
Tremendous work through these first 2. Great body control showing a great deal of strength. Now onto this 3rd obstacle, the battering ram. Transitions down safely. Now vaults himself up to attack the tech slider.
Opts to interlock his fingers to minimize the rotation on that slider. That's an interesting technique. I don't think we've seen anybody do that.
Another new move. Now struggling on these poles. He's on the second one. It's, remember, transition from 2 to 3. Can he do it? You can see the determination on his face, the struggles. Now he's moving. Now he is flying. Can he get there from across? He's got fingertips and just slides off. Still a tremendous run, but falls victim to these blue pipes.
didn't quite use the shoe grip on that last blue pipe and instead opted to use the top of his shoe, which worked fine right up until it slid just too far and popped off, causing
Now-
his whole momentum to rotate.
Tommy Mauer from Surge Ninja. As we get to these final 5 or 6, if you watch stage 1, you know that these runners caused a lot of havoc in heat number 4. And now are electing to do the same. The crowd here and everyone watching at home still awaiting the first full clear. Will it be Tommy Mauer? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to assume that these back half runners are in contention for the World Championship. And with how things are working, maybe if you complete this course, become world champion. I don't know all this for sure.
He thinks about interlocking his fingers, but chooses not to, and instead lays one hand on top of the other, which should work just as well. Listens to his coach and doesn't rest going into this, which is a risky gamble.
He's going for time. Shoes are slipping off the poles. He's trying to use that same strategy that was used just a couple runs before, of trying to put all of your body weight behind you. Now forced into the pole. Immediately transitions. He's now going to use these 2 poles to work himself up. Maybe not.
He's trying to. A course like this, going for time is a strategic move, where if you make it to a harder obstacle, you'll have less energy to do it, but if you got there faster, it puts you in a better place overall.
Mauer struggling to find the necessary height to transition. Is able to. Slides off. We've seen some of our runners nearly slip off on this, and he will. Tommy Mauer unable to find the same grip he had on previous poles and slides off into 13th.
Down to our last 5 runners.
Cash Woolard.
Last 5 runners of the stages for mature kids due to male.
What can Woolard do? Will Woolard be the one that erupts this crowd to potentially become world champion? Woolard working up, now looking for that transition. Able to find it. Into safety. Woolard working across. And down. On pace with many other runners throughout these first 3. Now working on this tech slider. I feel like for a while now we haven't seen claim of victim.
It has moved. The crux has moved from the slider to the next obstacle, for sure. Where this is now, for most of these athletes, much more scary than the one before it.
They've seen so many of their fellow athletes fail. It's all about mentally just forgetting about it. Using all the strength he has, but the sliding of the feet, it's not working in his favor. He's got to work himself up, trying to transition, fingertips away. Now he's going to elect to go back up. Woolard, every time he looks back, he starts sliding. So then he has to use more energy to work himself up. This transition between 2 and 3 is being so hard. He just can't find any grip with his feet now. Sliding, sliding. Can he fight back? He tries to go for it, just can't. and will slide into 15th place.
Still a solid run.
Now the question's asked to Jack Mayo, what can you do? Can you be the first one and potentially the only one to complete this course?
It's chalked up. Saw his coach wiping his shoes off before starting this course to save slight time resting before the poles.
Seemingly everything just means so much. Now working up obstacle number 1, the hang climb. Down into safety.
Makes his way to the back of the board to make the reach to the second one easier. And is off. Onto the battering ram.
Mayo's face stoic. Down into safety, 40 seconds. Already focusing on this tech slider. Sliding, trying to fight. Clearly has the energy, looks down and lands perfectly. So last minute coaching, shaking out the hands. Time winds down, using all the rest he can for this very difficult obstacle. Goes from 1 to 2, then climbs up on 2. Already great body positioning. Finds the formula and uses it.
Gets himself to the third pole. This grab to the fourth pole is easy, but this next one's a little more technical.
We've seen so many struggle with that 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, but 4 to 5 just as hard. These back half of the blue pipes have caused a lot of issues. Now able to get between. The distance between these two are very short. Let's see what he likes to do. Gets his foot there, then transitions. Coaching here telling him what he needs to do. Slides through. Now it's just safety. And there. Gets through the very tough blue pipes. Members of our crowd on their feet. Down to our fourth runner. Almost. Referee not calling it because he tried to make the attempt. Now
He
gliding.
did switch the weight to his hands, so one could argue that it wasn't rest time. That may end up under review.
I focus see a lot of times where that maybe there's a lot of limit to work with these rules, but now Mayo in 8th place, working through this cliffhanger. With his current time, he could potentially slot himself into 4th. He's got to make this move quickly. Now it's 5th. He does so successfully. Gets into safety. So yes, it's 5th place for Jack Mayo, but it can be 1st if he does this obstacle right here. He's sitting down. He knows this is what's between him and potentially being world champion. 1 to 2. Now this transition to that black bar is very tough. We've seen some fail. Will Mayo? No. Gets the correct grip. Now.
He eyes up the last move of the entire course.
One hop away, building the momentum. Can Mayo do it? Does he have that last bit of energy?
Centered up. He's fixing his momentum. Opts for a wider grip to have more control over the bar.
Is he teetering? Is he running out? Is it in his head? Here he goes. Mayo! I think he just went for it all.
He attempted to skip the last move.
Interesting strategy
Which-
there.
Honestly, he was close.
He almost had it.
That is a tough thing to be one of the next 3 athletes and to visualize the entire course, know exactly what you're doing, and then see something like that might be possible.
It calls into question everything they thought.
Does. Up
Now.
next, we have Samuel Lee.
From the Grit Ninja. Quickly transitioning through, wearing that finalist shirt. Quick work. He just saw what happened in front of him. But he can't think about that now. He's got to get through all these obstacles. First three, no problem. Tech slider, will you show your ugly head again? Lee says no, now. The crux, the backbone. What has failed so many runs.
Lee has good control over it.
Not showing any sign of wavering.
Making great efficiency through this obstacle.
It's just phenomenal pace. He's 3 seconds ahead of Slaughter.
He's potentially going to put himself even farther ahead.
It's now 25 seconds. Wow. Phenomenal pace through the blue pipes.
Flying through it, not using much energy at all doing so.
None at all. Now moving quickly through. It's 30 seconds. He has a 30-second gap. He's gone through this in 1 minute and 20. By far the fastest.
And everyone in front of him used most of their rest time on these obstacles too, so he can too, and he won't even lose that lead as long as he's efficient on the obstacles.
He's still showing that same efficiency. Will Lee be the one? He's already 1 minute ahead. Now the time will tick away. It's all for naught if he can't get this transition. He's got to get the feet down. He is. New first place. It's Samuel Lee.
Not even 2 minutes on the course, and he's already on the last obstacle.
1 minute, 56 seconds is the time. But can he punctuate it? Can he put the exclamation mark?
Still looking strong, too.
Can he do it
He
all?
doesn't even look tired.
He's got it. Now, what strategy does he employ? Does he dismount the bar or does he go straight for it?
He's making sure both sides are centered so he can build swing as effectively as possible.
He got it! Can he get the final swing? He's down! Stops the buzzer! He completes the course! 2 minutes, 33 seconds. And now the bar has been set. He did the course faster than second place did 7 obstacles.
Wow, that's crazy.
Tremendous moment for Samuel Lee. But it's not over yet. There's 2 people behind him. Now Gavin Mahaney, who just had to witness what just happened. He has to focus on his.
Watch that from the starting platform. That's another thing that is mentally challenging about Ninja. If you watch somebody do something like that as you're on the platform, the adrenaline builds faster and the stress becomes a little higher. Which are not things you want to deal with. Ups to make 2 whole moves without his feet on the grip board, which is something we haven't seen yet. Gavin here.
Gavin, who just witnessed what just happened. He now knows pace. It's all that he needs to do. Lee set the pace. Can he match it? He's now ahead of Lee, 3/10. But now it's the endurance. Can he keep it up?
Gavin's bio says his favorite obstacle type is campusing movements, which thankfully is the entirety of this course. An obstacle wasn't reset there, so
He's quickly through. He's still 3 seconds ahead. He's 3 seconds ahead of Lee.
3 seconds ahead with the obstacle not being reset.
But now it's how quickly can he get through these blue pipes. Lee did it with incredible efficiency. So is Mahaney now.
If the obstacle wasn't reset and he's still allowed to run the course, I think if he doesn't get a good result, he can opt to rerun it with having done everything already.
Interesting to hear. We might have a potential rerun. He's spinning around, trying to get this last transition to work.
But also, he's still running the course, which means he can go through the rest of this attempt knowing that if he messes something up, he can just try again.
Interesting. Gets to the safety, but now only has 10 seconds for rest.
This is a great place to be in because now any stress that was on these last few obstacles is just not there anymore.
Quickly through, a minute 30, now a minute 40. The time to beat it now is 2:30. Mahaney, his time 1:42.
Opts not to chalk up or rest before this obstacle because he knows how close the time is.
He knows the time's on his back. Mahaney matching the pace set by Lee. Now to these last two really hard movements. Does it well. He's got the vault himself. He can. Beautiful work. Touch this it. He takes second place, but he's 13 seconds behind Lee. He's got to go and got to go now. He knows this. He's got to do this at record time. We've seen no one go this fast. He's already on 2. He's got to go straight for it.
Builds one swing.
Oh, he
Decides
had to
he
go
needs an
there.
extra.
Had to go there. He's got it now, but there's too little time. He doesn't have the momentum. Lee will maintain his lead. Mahaney will slot into second.
Will still be our second clear.
Still phenomenal work.
Second clear with the potential to rerun. Spilled chalk all over behind the buzzer. You can faintly see. If you look right behind the buzzer on our live feed right now, you can see a white pile that wasn't there previously.
Now, down to our final runner, Jonathan Bedoin from Greenville, North Carolina. Now, the Rock Solid Warrior Gym. Is the momentum too much? The pressure, you can see it on his face. It's maybe getting to him. But can he regain? Can he match what the first two people in front of him did? He's got to go and got to go now. He definitely has the talent and skill. Can he show up for the big moment? He's through. 3 seconds off the pace, but there's still lots of places on this course we can make up that time. Down safely in there, right there, makes a second. He's got to go now. A little interesting tidbit about Bedoin. While Lee was making his run, I overheard him talking to his coach, and he just said, man, this guy is good. But with the look on his face, it looks like he was doubting his own abilities. He can't do that right now. He's got to trust that what he has learned is enough to rise up to the occasion. Currently 4 seconds off our pace. Now this transition between 2 and 3. Does it claim one last victim? It does not. But only going straight from 3 to 4.
Oh,
interesting. Oh, his fingertips away. They'll give it to him. He touched. He touched. The run ends there. Oh, that is just heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking for Jonathan Bedoin. He crumbles to the mat as the Blue Pipes claim one final victim. And that will end stage number 3 of the kids' male division.
I think we have some time for video reviews or otherwise.
We will allot some time for video reviews. As you mentioned, we have one video review, as we mentioned, and I would not be shocked if it was that failed reset on the tech slider. Does Mahaney want to go one more time? Also, this is pure speculation. I'm not entirely
Yeah, we
sure.
don't actually know anything. We're sitting in a separate table.
Well, obviously. All right, well, we're going to have to wait for this video review, so we'll send you away. We'll come back if we do indeed have a video review run. But from Colin Pine and Lucas Harrison, so happy you can join us for this tremendous event. 2 finishers, Samuel Lee and Gavin Mahaney, with the potential of one video review and one more shot.
Wave 4.
You got this, Elijah! You got this, Elijah!
Attention all electric ninja fans. Electric Enzo is currently doing his PayPal drawing at his vendor booth. So those have
Come on, Connor! Oh! Good job, Connor. Good job.
You're gonna get to that ball right there, right? And then you can press it. No, you want it like once you press it. There you go. And you sit down. Go, Carson.
You got it, buddy.
is for Deanna Prentice. Deanna, please make your way over to the info hub immediately. Thank you.
Alright, Cam, let's go, bud. Hang on, Nate. Higher! Get up higher! Get up higher! Now, Alex! Oh, that's okay, dude. Nice dive. Black higher. Nice dive. Black higher. You just do you. You do you. You beat that. That's it. Good job, Tommy.
In the elite female division, check-ins are opening up for wave 2. Females wave 2.
You gotta,
Hold up.
Oh,
Okay, I can
we're
hear
good.
myself.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Let me explain it. Hold up. The most high intensity thing that possibly could have happened, and an obstacle malfunction happened in the run of the athlete who finished first,
second.
finished second place, and he now, in second place with a full clear under his belt, gets to try the course again. If he messes something up, his best run counts, so he stays in second place. So now he has the chance to full send the course and has literally nothing to lose whatsoever. The best mental state you could possibly be in, Gavin has right now.
Timer goes, and as you mentioned, Gavin Mahaney has a free run on this course, a chance to become world champion with absolutely zero repercussions. A mistake made without setting the fourth run now allows Mahaney to fly at a pace that he would otherwise not be able to. He's currently 1.5 seconds back of Lee. Now he's a tenth ahead. Sorry, my mistake. He's a full second ahead. He is flying. No breaks in sight. He's had time to rest. Now stumbles forward, 4.4 seconds ahead. Now on the tech slider, the exact opposite that gave him this chance. Now the pipes. This is where he lost all of his time. He was this far ahead. He's been practicing these pipes right behind us. He's transitioned 2 to 3, the toughest one so far. He will get there now. Straight to 3 and 4. Will now use all the momentum he built to go. He's there now, 53 seconds, now 54, 55, the time to beat, 2:33. Can Gavin Mahaney become world champion on a rerun? He was only 6 seconds off the pace initially. He's stumbling on this. Time is not on his side. 1:08 now elapsed. 1:10 through the course. He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds to get through the rest of this course. He is struggling, trying to get to the transition. Is able to. He is now 11 seconds behind Samuel Lee in this same position. He's not maintaining the same pace. No rest being taken. Lee took rest at the back half of this course. He will elect to not take rest at all to maximize his time. He is now 8 seconds ahead. Breakneck pace here from Gavin Mahaney. Can he, on his last time of asking, become the kids male world champion? 1:40 now. Trying to slide across. He's able to. 1:45. He now has 45 seconds to work with this one final jump. He is there. Now into the transition. 1:50. He is currently 5.1 seconds ahead.
And he's done this all before.
Can he do it? He's done this one more time. Can he do it one more again? One time. He slips on the last time of asking. He almost had it. Samuel Lee will remain world champion. Mahaney on his rerun. He did it all before. He was by far the quickest we've had on his second run.
Still a great effort and a great end to the Tier 2 Mature Kids World Championship stages. Wow.
Absolutely heartbreaking for Gavin Mahaney. Samuel
It's
Lee.
not heartbreaking. He's still in second place.
Well,
I bet he's pretty content with that. Even then.
he's immediately gone back onto the bars.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to try to reset. Okay. We will wrap it all up as there we go, my mic now functions correctly. Gavin Mahaney will stay second place after his rerun. Samuel Lee is your kids male world champion crowned here in Greensboro, North Carolina. Thank you all for joining us. There will be no more reruns. The results are final. Samuel Lee, your world champion.